Welcome back here again, folks, for another episode of The Corner. Today I have two very special guests here joining us, which is Kyle and Will from the Macaroni podcast. Hello, guys.
Hello
Hello.
everyone. I'm Kyle. I'm the host of the Macaroni podcast. I'm accompanied here today with my friend and co-host Will.
Hi, my name is William. I am a streamer. I'm also a co-host on the Macaroni podcast. And what I like to say is that I really hope that you guys will enjoy this podcast, and I hope you guys enjoy this collaboration too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
thank you for having us.
yeah, for sure, man. Like I'm glad to have you too because I don't know, you haven't made that many episodes yet, right? Like a couple.
Yeah, we
Uh,
only a couple so far, only three, but we have a couple that we've recorded, just waiting to post. But we have a consistent uploading schedule. It's every week a new podcast. I don't know if there's gonna be like a link, but just if there's a link in the description, I guess go click it, check us out. That'd be much appreciated. Um, but yeah, thank you for having us. Honestly, it's great to collab with other people from the podcast in like the smaller podcast industry kind of because like I wouldn't say industry but like you know what I mean like
community,
small
community.
podcasts, small creators, and it's just great to collab with these people because we share the same passions and stuff like that. So it's always great.
For sure, man.
Yeah, I think so.
I'll put down the link in the description. Um, But yeah, man, like I'm just like surprised because I have had such a difficult time finding guests to come
Hmm.
on. Um, because I don't know like what's going on because like whenever I have been out there in the community trying to search people out, then I often get questions, like in DMs, like how many subscribers
Mm,
do you have? Oh shit, you don't have
right,
more than that. Then you're not interesting enough to join.
right. Honestly, we don't care. We want to put our podcast out there, and I feel like we share the same goals, just trying to promote our podcast and get it out there, and voice our opinions, I guess you could say. And
Yeah,
I feel like
Yeah,
this is a great
definitely.
opportunity for both of us to grow as two different podcasts, and I feel like um it's just great meeting new people as a person. I'm very socially interactive, so I love meeting new people from different places, and it's always great.
for sure, man. Um, what is the most interesting thing that have happened to you guys this week?
This week.
This week.
Well,
I know that's
Uh,
a weird question, right? but
yeah,
it makes you think. It makes you think. Like, okay,
it does.
what did I actually experience this week?
um,
Yeah.
I have a few things I'm not allowed to say, but other than that, I'd say that I really haven't done too much this week. Just been like trying to finish up a lot of like work and stuff, and otherwise, nothing too out of the ordinary.
I mean, with me, I got a puppy, a dog, a new puppy, so I've been taking care of him. Just he's a handful. It's all I feel like dogs is just like a ball of energy. It's like super energetic and it's it's a hassle, but at the same time it's a good hassle. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah, I also have a dog, but
right,
it's like a hassle in the beginning because eventually,
right.
as it stops being a puppy and it grows older, it's
Hmm.
going to stop being that ball of energy.
Hmm. Right. Yeah, because I already have a dog and he's 5, 6 years old, golden retriever,
Is he
best
also
dog I've ever owned.
is he also a ball of
He
energy still?
No, he isn't. He's actually one of the. So the crazy thing about my golden retriever, and he's like 6, I think. Yeah, he's turning 6. His name's Cole, and he's one of the most chill, mellow dogs you'll ever meet. He, it's almost sometimes it's like he has no emotion because he's just super chilled. Like what he'll do is like he won't even bark. He sometimes won't even bark. So if you leave him outside and he wants to come in, he'll just sit there. He won't bark. He'll just stare into the window. It's crazy. He's a good dog.
Wow. Well, that's
Yeah.
cool. That's really cool. But
It's
I'm sad. I've never had a pet before.
well, no, well, it's
Are
not.
they fun?
It's never too late though. I mean, like,
yeah,
shit.
it's never too
True.
late.
No, like I'm like 32, and I was 31 when I got my dog.
Wow.
So yeah,
Hey,
man, it's never too late to get a pet.
yeah, never too late. And as you I feel like the benefit of getting a dog when you're younger is like you grow up with it. Like rest in peace, but I had a dog. His name is Lexi, and he died. Unfortunately, he passed. But I grew up with him, and it was fun to kind of just grow up with him as I matured, he matured. So it was good.
For sure, man. I
But
can see
yeah,
I can see your point because if you grow up with a dog when you're a kid,
hmm
you will develop like a totally different connection to animals
yeah,
than you will at a later
right,
stage in life.
right. I totally agree. I mean, it's yeah, when it's that's why I don't really like it when I don't think anyone should like it, but like when people like abandon dogs and then the dogs go to a new family and they're just kind of hopping families, it's really hard for a dog to actually trust and then settle down because I've seen those dogs that people abandon and then they get picked up by a foster like another family and then they kind of abandon them and then it's really hard for the dog and I can't speak because I'm not a dog, right? I can't really speak on half of the dogs, but I would assume it's very hard to like trust someone or at least you know
Yeah,
get
yeah,
to
yeah. When you're just shoved around,
right
like an object, like go over here now.
mhm,
Right.
yeah
Um.
No, like dog's supposed to be like your best friend, and that's just weird. If
Yeah.
I could say so myself.
Yeah. Yeah. But it is weird. It is weird because like you're saying, like dog is man's best friend. And
mhm,
there is a reason for that, and that is like that the dog is also able to create some sort of bond with you, right? That's why you're like hearing about, or uh, I don't know if it's true, but like I've read about like dogs staying at the graves of the owner for years after the owner has passed,
mm,
right?
I mean,
yeah
have you
that
heard of things where like a dog would like just die because their owner died?
I don't know.
Like could the
I don't
I don't know.
that happened. Wow.
No.
I've seen stories
I
where like
mean,
dogs would just like they were perfectly healthy, but they would just die because they missed their owners too much.
Well, I guess it's possible. I mean, like that a dog
I
could
mean, I
could
guess people can die from depression. I mean,
and,
but like most of the time, it
pe-
ends
pe-
up being like self-inflicted wounds, I guess, because like
people can die from grief. And if
true.
people can die from grief, then I guess like a dog could also die from grief. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's sad,
yeah.
but I mean,
it
it's I guess
is.
it's just reality. I mean,
It is. It is.
yeah.
Okay, man. So like, not anything else interesting that's happened this week. Like you walked and felt like, wow, that's a really cool shaped rock or something like that.
um, well, I okay, so I'm from Washington, up north. Um, so up here in Washington, Seattle here, it's snowing right now. It's actually snowing. So I'm looking out my window. I don't know where you're from, but for me, I rarely see snow, so this is like a once in a this is a very special moment for me. So I'm looking outside and it's just so like pristine and white. It's all white and flat. And then there's a little lake way over there and it's like all frozen and it's amazing. It's crazy. So
Well,
yeah, that's a cool thing. I took the puppy out, took him out for a little run
yeah.
in the snow. Snow was deep. It was like 7 inches. I didn't know snow could like pile up so fast.
No, yeah, it can. It can pile up really, really fast. But
Yeah,
like
because when I'm looking at it, it's like really small. But then
I,
And like one day later,
I thought that like you would be used to snow in the state of Washington.
we
Um.
I mean I am, but I recently moved to California, so
Oh.
I haven't seen it in a long time. Yeah,
Okay, that's why.
yeah,
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 yeah, yeah.
it's been a couple years since I've seen this much snow, so it's like been like, oh shoot, that's really cool. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It's like there's probably never
Yeah.
snow in California, except
Yeah,
for
it barely snows there.
except for maybe like in the Sierra Nevadas or something like that.
Yeah, in the mountains up there. I think there's once like a really bad blizzard. I think in like Sacramento once. I'm not sure, but
Yeah.
it was really strange because Sacramento's normally kind of deserty. But
Well, yeah, I guess like that can happen, like that
yeah.
flash ice storm that was like happening in Texas with all those cars piling up.
Oh, I remember hearing that. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was.
Like wow, Jesus Christ! Like imagine like driving on the interstate and then all of a sudden
Yeah,
it's just ice.
yeah. I don't. The wheels could just spin off. You know.
Yeah, but I guess like that's a testament to the forces of nature, of how
Hmm.
fast shit like that can just change.
Right, and it's yeah. Mother Nature doesn't take any doesn't take prisoners.
No, no, it does not
Yeah.
discriminate. Um, but yeah, man, like so you've been a while now for a while living in California, and then you moved back to Washington.
Yeah, so I was born in Washington. I spent the first, what, 9 or so years in Washington of my life. Then I actually moved to Shanghai. Yeah, believe it or not.
Wow.
China.
Yeah.
Yeah, far. Yeah, because I think at the time my dad he had a work, and then he got an offer to work in China with the same company but like a higher position in China, and so I went there. Studied at some international school or something, and then moved back, and then I lived in Cali, and then recently came back up here. So
How old were you when you moved to China?
yeah, I was 10, 11.
And how long were you staying there?
3, 4 years.
God damn. How did you
Yeah.
experience China at that age? Like
It was it was fun, honestly. It was an experience, I guess you could say, cuz I'm part Asian, so I knew how to like speak Chinese, cuz well I'm Taiwanese, right? My family's from
Oh
Taiwan.
yeah.
yeah.
And yeah, so I knew how to speak Chinese cuz I go back to my grandparents in Taiwan every summer or so, and I'd learn Chinese and stuff like that. So I knew how to speak it, so it wasn't too hard for me to like communicate, but it was just like you go to like the markets and you see the culture and everything, and then all the lights, and it's beautiful especially during the city, because we live in an apartment, and it was in the main city. So how Shanghai works is there's Pudong and Puxi. So Puxi's like south, Pudong's like north. We were kind of in Pudong, the north side of the city, and that had all like the big skyscrapers. Have you heard of like the skyscraper in Shanghai? There's like this huge one that they built. Um,
Yeah, I believe I saw something about it on Discovery.
right, yeah.
Don't
So
remember the
they
name
built
of it
like
though.
yeah, so yeah, I can't remember the name either, but they had this huge, really tall building that they built.
Yeah.
Uh, and they were like midway through when I left Shanghai, so I didn't get to see the finish, but it was cool. So I got to see it get built up, but we were in an apartment, and it was just there's skyscrapers and stuff, and then Puxi was more low to the ground,
Yeah.
kind of, but there were still a couple tall buildings.
Yeah.
And that's where you find the night markets and the culture, right? Really immersing yourself in that local lifestyle, and it was really cool. Just crossing the bridge every day to go to Puxi, for school and stuff, and just seeing like the culture. Like to your right, you might see like, and the crazy thing was like to your right, you might see a night market, right? Just about a couple stalls and stuff, and then to your left, you'll see a skyscraper. Like it was
Yeah.
it was
It's kind of
really
like that in
it was
Taiwan too. Because I actually
yeah.
grew up from Taiwan. I'm Taiwanese too, and up until I'd say when I was like 11 or 10 to 11, I was actually I live in Taiwan, and basically there I lived in like more like, if you guys know like Taichung is like Taichung. It's one of the cities in Taiwan, and I live like kind of the downtown area. So basically, it's kind of different because of the fact that you'll have like because my apartment was like right in the middle, where on one side, like behind it, there's gonna be like stores, there's like a park, but like all around there's like in the vicinity of like a few buildings. There's 3 apartment stores, like 3 department stores, like just huge, like 12-story tall department stores that I mean, Kyle, you've seen them before, right?
Right, yeah, I've seen those. It's like God, I don't know what to associate it with, but yeah,
Well,
it's very like mixed, you know. You can
yeah,
have a skyscraper and then just stalls.
kind of surreal to like have like a small stall next to like a skyscraper,
Mm-hmm.
putting things in
Yeah,
perspective.
right,
But yeah, I guess like that's also like a testament to how it used to be, and then you have like the skyscrapers also like shooting up, as that is the
right.
way of the evolution today.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, as time moves on, you know, more new buildings show up, and you know, it's yeah, like you said, all part of evolution.
yeah, but
So yeah,
because like they have like more things to take in consideration, more people living in these big cities like Shanghai, so like they kind of like have to build
Mhm.
skyscrapers, I guess.
Right,
Um,
right.
did you notice like any like, or what's the biggest cultural difference you experienced from China to the US? Or is there any?
Yeah, I'm trying to think because I mean, there were like a I can't really think of too many. I mean, I feel like it's a lot of people think China is so far away and that it's so much different there. It, it honestly really isn't, except for like the fact that I mean, it's it's China. I mean, it's like farther away, and then
Yeah.
honestly, in the city, it's like I feel like the media does kind of portray. Actually, nah, I can't really say that because I mean, I just feel like people think it's so far away and it's so much different, or like whatever, so and so. But I mean, it really isn't that different. I mean, it's a city.
No, I
Well,
no,
after I was living.
I get what you're
But,
saying. Like I think, and I think you're right that like there's not that much big of a difference if you
mhm.
compare metropolises such as like Shanghai to other big cities in the world or big cities in
Right, right.
America, because the big city mentality um, is still the same anywhere you go in the
Mhm.
world.
Right. Yeah. Well, I've been to a couple like rural areas, and I mean it. I guess rural area you would say is just like I went to I. There's one because my dad at the time was really into biking, and we would go biking together, right? And
Yeah.
then we go biking to like the farm side, like the countryside, and there was this place. Oh god, it was so much fun. I remember because you bike there, you park your bike, and then and then there was this orange patch. It was they grew oranges there, so to just picture this, it was like about like I want to say like 2 kilometers of just oranges, like an orange patch. It was huge. And then there was this one old Asian dude who owned it, and he actually found out we knew this guy from he owned a stall. He owned a dumpling stall next to a skyscraper near our apartment. So every day when I'd go to school, I'd go and buy some food and then take it as my lunch, right? So that's how we grew a relationship with this guy. So when we went biking to his farm on the weekends, right? Because on the weekends he isn't open as his little stall. So on the weekends we go bike over there, and he owned this huge orange patch, right? And then so he would just let us come over, and then he'd give us some food, and we'd just sit down, talk with him for a little bit. He had a bunch of dogs, so I'd go play with them or whatever, and then we just go running in the orange patch. And I just remember it was like it was super peaceful. Like in the city, it was super loud, honking horns, cars driving by, everything, flashing lights. But on the country, it was like and it wasn't even like that far. It was maybe like 2, 3 miles, right? I mean, it wasn't. It was like what, an hour bike ride? Wasn't that far. So
Wow. Wow.
like, yeah, I mean, like,
Uh,
yeah,
uh,
okay, yeah, sure.
no, no, that is a huge contrast. You know
Yeah, it was
that you
only like
yeah.
1 hour, and then it went from flashing lights, banging noises, cars honking, to peace, no sound. You can't hear anything. Like, it just, if a stick dropped, it would just echo. You know, it was almost like a forest, except there's no trees. It was just oranges. That's what it was. And I remember one time we went there, and we were actually biking through like the little uh like path to the orange, like because they had a main building, right, and then they had the orange patches to the left of it. So, and there's a path like on the right side to the main street, which also dead, literally no cars. So we just bike in the middle of the road, take the path over. So we're biking over. I remember there was a couple motorcycles like on the right side. Now, normally you don't park on the right side. I mean, well, you don't park like um in the middle of the road, but like they were so used to, because like there's no one there, right? They don't expect anyone to just run into it. So we didn't know that. So there's like a little corner where there was a tall orange like tree. I mean, not a tree, orange like patch right here, and then you turn the corner, and you can't really see anything because it's a blind spot. So we turned the corner, and then we hit one of these motorcycles, right, and a bunch of them just fell over, right. It was like a domino effect, and it had this loud sound, and I remember clearly it was just an echo. It was like, it was crazy. It like, and then it supplies to the same belief where it's like, I can't remember what it is, but it's like, oh, if a tree falls in a forest, does anyone hear it? Have you heard of that
Yeah,
before?
yeah, yeah, I've heard it. I've heard it.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
So it was like, it was just an echo, and I was like, dude, it's like so. Like, I just remember like 30 minutes ago there was like 10 cars honking at us in the for biking too slow, and then now I'm like, there's nothing, like no one within like about a couple miles. It was crazy, and it really felt like you were in the middle of nowhere. It really did.
wow. Crazy. Crazy, man.
Yeah.
But it seems like you have experienced some really fun stuff growing up in
Yeah.
these places. You
Yeah,
really,
growing up, I was very, very blessed to be able to travel, do all this stuff.
yeah, yeah. I mean, you
Yeah,
traveled across the world when you were 10.
yeah, across
Yeah,
the world.
yeah. Actually, man, that's crazy. Um, so when you got back then from China, then you moved to California,
Hmm.
to Sacramento, or
No, so I moved to LA, Los Angeles.
oh,
Um, yeah,
oh,
yeah, yeah. So I
mm,
moved to LA, and you know, also a city.
yeah.
So
Uh,
I
uh,
mean, it wasn't too drastic.
is
Um,
that where you just moved from now?
yeah.
Uh,
So I moved from LA back here. Yeah.
how did you experience like the homeless problem in the city? Because
Yeah.
that seems to be
Um,
growing way out of control.
yeah, it's kind of it's a little eye-opening. And I feel like it's eye-opening to the fact that it really tells you how blessed you are in life. You know, that's why every day I say I'm a very blessed man, because I was able to travel the world at such a young age, and be able to go to Shanghai, go to I remember this one trip we went to the Philippines, and it was amazing. I love the Philippines. That was one of the greatest places I've ever been to. It's beautiful there. But went to the Philippines, and I was like, I remember thinking like, dude, after seeing how they live in LA on the streets and stuff, I was like, dude, I'm so lucky that I even have a roof over my head and stuff like that, and food that I can consume. That obviously, like, you work for your food, but like still, I mean,
No, yeah,
you're so blessed that you even have a chance to work for food. Some people don't even get that opportunity, and then it's really eye-opening. It Yeah.
But I mean, like it's America. It's not a third world country.
Hmm. Right.
But then again, like I've heard people like saying that when you get to LA, then it's no longer America.
Hmm.
It's more like a third world country because you have these big ass contrasts with the
Hmm.
homeless people at Venice Beach, Skid Row,
Right.
and so on, and then you have
Hmm.
people living in multi-million-dollar mansions in the hills.
Beverly Hills. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I took a bike ride up there with my dad once to Beverly Hills, and dude, those fucking they're fucking balling up there. They're
Yeah,
balling.
yeah,
They're
I can,
Oh my God,
I
dude.
can
You don't
imagine.
even understand. I would bike like 2 blocks and I'd see at least 10 Lamborghinis. It was crazy. Dude. That whew, dude, if I could live like that, damn. Dude,
That would be insane.
that
That would be insane.
they have
Yeah,
yeah, they have a lot of money. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, dude, you can live that life if you earned it. Like, and I feel like I have the utmost respect to anyone who is able to succeed in life and make it to that point. Because if you're able to do that, good for you. Like I am I have the most respect to you because you're able to make a career and be successful. That's very hard to do. Not many people can do that. And not many people can say, "Hey, I succeeded in whatever you do like business, real estate. I succeeded in that and I was able to buy a house in Beverly Hills and own 4 Lamborghinis."
yeah, because like that's an extreme level of success
Hmm.
that you're able
Right.
to do that. But yeah, I
Right.
agree with you because like it doesn't do anyone any good to think like, okay, fuck that guy for being able
Hmm.
to buy those
Right.
Lambos and whatever because
Right.
that's just negative energy.
Right. You just gotta appreciate greatness, I guess. As some people say, appreciate greatness.
Yeah,
They're
Here's the thing.
props
I
to
kind of want
them.
to say something. I want to say something. All
yeah,
right. This kind of like it's kind of different, but it also kind of ties in because like it's not really about. It's like it's kind of on the top of being rich, but not exactly like kind of discussing it. I just wanted to like say something as a quick note that I noticed and realized as I thought about it is that Bitcoin used to be $2 each, right?
yeah.
So
It actually used to be $1 in the beginning, in the
yeah, so
very beginning.
theoretically, so if you theoretically, if you think about it, if you had 3 Bitcoin, you could buy a Lamborghini. If you bought $3 worth of Bitcoin, you can have a Lamborghini now.
Yeah,
And then if you have, and now if you think about it, if you
Wow.
have like 25 Bitcoin, which is like $25 to $50, let's see, you could buy a house. It's $1 million.
yeah.
You'll be a millionaire.
There is
Hey,
there.
some of these people were just smart investments.
I also like think that a lot of these people have kept their mouth shut. I mean, like I would,
Mm-hmm.
I would,
Mm-hmm.
I would if I had like
Yeah.
if I had
Yeah.
like 50 bitcoins.
Yeah. No shit. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, no way I would be going out like saying like, yo, bro, like, yo, guys, like, look at me, like,
Yeah.
I got like
I'm
50.
not, I'm not telling nobody how I got this.
No, no. Man,
Oh man.
man,
Here's
definitely.
the thing: if you get rich, all you have to say is that you did something illegal, and they're never gonna question. Wait, no, wait, no.
Yeah, like
Wait,
Uh,
wait, cut that
yeah,
out. Cut
they,
that out.
that's
Wait,
how you get locked up. That's how
that's
you
how you
get
get
locked
locked up.
up.
wait,
Yeah, yeah,
wait, cut
definitely.
that out. No, no, I worded that terribly.
Nah, leave that in.
Cut
That
that
was
out.
good.
Cut that out. Oh my god.
Anyways, but yeah, I mean, like, if you can succeed, make money, and do all that, shit, props to you.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
props to you.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
I have nothing to
Like,
say.
I would like to say if you're able to get to the stage where you are financially independent because of
Hmm.
the success you have made, then you earned it. And that's how like I view success. If you manage to become that, then that's a success, right?
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, man. But like you're like saying that like these people in the hills, they can also like be an inspiration to others,
Right.
as a statute like that it is actually
Right.
possible.
And I feel like there's this persona, I guess you could say, that like rich people are selfish. I totally disagree with that because some some of the nicest people on the planet are rich, you know?
Yeah,
And
but I mean,
I
like,
feel like this also attributes to the media. I'm gonna voice my opinion real quick about the media here.
yeah, man, go ahead.
The media bullshits so much. Like it's incredible how much it's okay. So like the media's main job is making you want to keep watching or like listen to their broadcasting service and right. So the media will want to show you the negative things because that then I don't really know the philosophy behind showing everyone the negative parts of the world. I'm sure there's some sort of marketing philosophy that I'm not aware of right now, but the media always wants to show you the shitty side of the world and show you the shitty end of like everything.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
they always want to show you the mass poverty instead of like technological advances or like
because
people doing great things for communities. Like they rarely show that.
well, because the media likes to be provocative. They like to provoke
Okay,
people
yeah,
like,
that's what I was
with
trying to
like
say.
yeah
Yeah.
with like showing all this shit.
Hmm.
And then creating like some sort of like fear in people
Right.
reading the news like oh my god, like holy shit, right? And then
Hmm.
that's all you can focus on if you're like
Right.
a person that's addicted to reading news, because you can be.
Right.
And for a
Yeah.
long while I only read financial news to avoid all this tabloid news and negative bullshit that comes in
Hmm.
mainstream news.
Mainstream news. Yeah.
Yeah, because like
And I feel like
it
yeah.
is frustrating to like see like
Yeah.
only negative shit on like the front page
Yeah.
day after day, right?
Yeah.
And then
That's there's this saying. I don't know if I'm wording it correctly, but the saying was if there's a fire and if there's a fire in a house, the media will report the number of deaths rather than another number of people who survived.
yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
I don't know if I worded it correctly, but
No,
that's just
no,
how the media is.
yeah, yeah. Like that makes sense. Like I mean, like you could also like break it down. Like you have a
Mhm.
full newspaper, right? And then you could
Right.
just like the break it down and say like, okay, here's like 95% of the stuff that's standing in this newspaper or being written in this newspaper is negative, and then you have like 5% of the newspaper being like positive things that happened today.
Yeah, and that 5%, you already know that shit's on the fifth page in the bottom right
Yeah,
corner in a
yeah,
12 font.
yeah, yeah.
Nobody sees that.
No. Yeah, man, that's how the media works today. Um,
Right.
Man, like that brings back. Did you ever watch a movie called Nightcrawler?
Oh, I've heard of
No,
it.
actually,
Yeah,
I've
haven't.
definitely heard of it.
it's a really
I've
Is
good.
heard
it
of it.
good?
Yeah, it's really good, man. Like Jake Gyllenhaal, or how you pronounce his last name there.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah,
uh,
that dude. His
yeah,
last name.
yeah, and where he is like playing I guess like this freelance photographer or something,
Uh,
right? Trying to get work, but he doesn't get any, so he starts to be like one of those guys that gets to crime scenes or traffic accident scenes to take pictures and sell it to the media,
ah,
right? And
yeah.
he's like always going like further and further to get like the big bucks, like like starting to
Oh,
rearranging the dead bodies and stuff like
oh no, yeah.
selling it.
When you start messing with that stuff,
Yeah, yeah. But
oh boy.
it is just like the idea of it is like holy shit, man, because
Hmm.
I live in Europe, and no
Right,
way that any newspaper would have touched that stuff, right?
right.
But in America, apparently that's legal for a newspaper to take, to take footage of a crime scene or more likely like a traffic accident scene.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
If you,
Yeah, that you're allowed to. And I sometimes do think that's like so fucked because like they're taking a picture of a dead person.
yeah, yeah,
Like that's someone's life.
yeah,
Like at least give them the respect.
yeah.
Like they just passed. Okay, like give them at least give them some like respect. Like dude, this guy just died. Like someone's life was just taken and you're taking it's
Yeah,
kind of fucked.
and you're taking pictures and selling those pictures
Right.
for
And
more
selling, making money.
yeah, for more people to view them.
Mhm.
Goddamn. But like I guess like that is the result of like of capitalism in the end,
Mhm.
where you're getting like, I don't know, less and less of, I don't know, emotions. Or what's the
Right.
word that you're looking
Just
for?
morals,
Yeah,
morals and ethics.
morals and ethics.
Yeah, morals. Yeah, it's crazy.
It is.
It's
It
it's
is.
it's, it's a fucked up world.
Yeah.
Fucked up world. Um,
But like there is like like, I guess like there is some positive news out there. Like we finally have like vaccines for this virus.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I mean, yeah, there
and
is.
like read the most interesting part of that in Israel apparently, which is a country of 9 or 10 million people, they have already
Right.
vaccinated 70%. Yeah,
Damn.
and I'm
Damn.
like, yeah, I was like thinking the same, like, damn, that is some.
Jeez, when's the nearest flight to Israel? God damn. How fast can I get there?
7 million people that they have managed to inject within what, like a month.
Yeah, that's damn.
But I guess like that's what's possible when you have like good logistics
When you
and
have a good
planning.
government.
Yeah, and a good government and planning
Yeah.
and how to execute it, because it seems like most countries haven't really had a vaccination plan or how to handle it.
Yeah.
Like I saw that like in America they have like set up but like that you can get vaccinated at the Dodger Stadium or something. So you have just like
Mhm.
lanes of thousands of cars around the stadium,
Oh,
drive
have you
through.
seen the drone shots?
No,
That are just,
no, and
oh
then
my God.
and
I
then
don't know. Hold on. I can probably send you a picture. I
yeah,
don't know if you're gonna show this on the
yeah,
podcast, but I
just send
mean,
it to me.
if you want to, but
Yeah,
hold on,
but
let me find one.
but yeah, man. Like I keep like thinking that like, okay, what did you guys think was going to happen when you got the vaccine? Did you just think that it was like just all going to magically just work itself out?
No, of course not. Of course not.
No,
Right.
but that seems like, you know, like to be the case with like a lot of countries, because countries like here where I live in Scandinavia is like reevaluating the distribution plan of the vaccine, because, you know, current plan isn't working.
Mm. I just put the picture. Actually, I'll just private DM. Actually,
Yeah, yeah,
no, no,
just
no.
private DM me.
Right here.
It's fine. Okay.
Okay. Hold on.
Wow.
Yeah.
What is
Wow.
that? Wait, what is that again?
So
Holy.
This is outside Dodger Stadium. So okay, so
Yo.
if you look right, this is a sector. So there's four sectors, right?
Yeah.
Uh, so there's four of these and jam packed just like this. So there's four of them. There's one like this, and then to the right, like off to the right a little bit past this tree line that you see to the right,
Yeah.
there's another sector because it's a loop. It's like a figure eight, and there's
Holy
four
crap, man.
sectors, and it's all looping together,
Wow.
and then it all meets in the middle, and the middle is like a maybe like a 40-foot hut that just giving people shit. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. I I've never I've I've seen people like dude.
Man. And I'm like seeing this, and then I think back to reading for a little while ago that like Arnold was getting the vaccination shot at the Dodger Stadium, And
Really?
yeah, and I was like thinking that like he's probably been like rolling up in his SUVs past all these guys.
Yeah, he definitely got past this line. Like, he was flown in on the helicopter. Yeah, nah, ain't no way he lined up for
It's
this.
like, yeah, I'm just gonna skip this line. You don't, you don't,
Yeah, just
you don't mind, do you?
probably just had to like. He was just him, and they were like, "Oh yeah, no,
Yeah. He's gonna get past. He's gonna get
yeah,
past.
go ahead, go
Go
ahead." Yeah.
VIP access, VIP fly in.
Yeah. I'm like surprised though that like he didn't just get it at his home, but had to actually go there to get it. Um, but
Yeah.
maybe like it's not everybody that is that privileged yet.
Right. And again, the contrast between the homeless and the rich in LA is so fucked up because there's so many homeless people that can't get this vaccine. And I feel like, what is the
No.
point in vaccinating all of the rich people but not vaccinating the poor people? Because I feel like with the poor, it's so much easier for them to contract it and pass it around, right?
Isn't the vaccine free, or do you have to pay for it?
Uh, if you want, to line up for it, I think you probably need like a car or something. I mean, looking at the picture.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
the vaccine in Seattle, Washington, uh, there aren't these huge fucking clown shows, whatever these are called, these shit shows. It isn't like that. You call up, like, first you need to find out where they're giving out shots. Then you call up, you schedule an appointment, and then one person comes in at a time. They get their shot, and then there's scheduled appointments, right? It's like a doctor's visit. It's like a doctor's visit.
I mean,
It's a lot more civilized than whatever the fuck's going on in
What's
LA.
going-
I mean, I don't even.
like,
God.
damn, like you see that.
This looks like a carnival to a concert.
Man,
It looks like
no.
a concert.
No. I see that picture and I'm like thinking like, what the fuck? That picture looks like some post-apocalyptic shit.
Yeah.
You know, like that. This is where all you're all gonna go. Man, clown show.
Yeah, this is dude.
Man.
I'm wondering if like Travis Scott pulled up and had like a fucking concert there, started singing Sicko Mode. Oh my god. Dude, this is it's yeah. But yeah, it's a lot more civilized up here. You call, schedule appointment, get the shot, leave,
and then stop.
and then you
Then
come
s-
back for a second one. There's like 2 shots, I'm pretty sure. You take the first one,
Yeah,
and then you come back like a couple, I think it's like 2 months or 2 weeks, I don't know.
yeah, because
But
the first shot is
come
like
back.
only 50 to 70%.
Right, yeah.
And then you gotta like get the second shot in 2 months or so to be like
Mhm.
100% sure. But I don't know, like you still don't have any information on like how long this vaccine is effective. We don't know that yet. So it's like probably gonna end up like the flu shot where which you have to get like once a year or so.
Yeah, if it's gonna be like that, I mean, it is what it is. I just can't wait to get back to fucking out of quarantine. Oh my god, quarantine.
But
It's rough.
Are you in quarantine?
Oh, you're not in quarantine. Oh, you lucky.
Man, like why?
Oh, you.
No,
So you get to like work? You get to go to work?
Yeah, I go to work every day. Yeah. Why?
Damn.
Well,
That's
man,
you're lucky,
in,
man.
So you're in quarantine. Wait, you're in quarantine because you come from Los Angeles?
No. The entire United States is still in quarantine.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
No, I'm pretty sure California's still in like not really lockdown.
California's
like-
in lockdown. Seattle's in lockdown.
Yeah, but
Uh,
I think I'm misinterpreting some things there because even if you're in lockdown,
Well, not exactly full lockdown, but
Yeah.
like you're just not Like you're not allowed to go outside and work and do like you're not allowed to like do a bunch of stuff.
No, but they're not. Yeah, that's the same here. Like all the stores and shit is like closed, except for grocery stores. But I
Oh, okay.
I work at like this big ass factory warehouse, and
Yeah.
like billionaires aren't closing down for nothing. Hence, Elon Musk was like threatening the LA County to move his Tesla factory to Texas.
Yeah. Wow.
But yeah, man.
Yeah. We're still. Elon Musk is really on his king shit. You can't even blame the guy. He's. What is he doing now? Isn't he like launching more rockets to space? Like God, that guy.
Yeah, and then he's like blowing up totally on the Joe Rogan show, like almost like he's a regular there now.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
I saw a bunch of
but
memes of him
I
just
thought
smoking weed on
I
the
thought
Joe Rogan.
I thought that like okay, now he's like probably gonna stop coming on the show because Rogan was moving to Austin, but no,
Oh.
no, but no. Elon just takes his private jet, takes takes his,
he just
takes his jet.
he takes one of his many private jets.
Yeah, to Austin.
I wouldn't be surprised if he starts riding rocket ships to Austin just to film on the Joe Rogan podcast. God. It's just like launching a spaceship just to like go. Oh
I
man.
mean, like think about it. Spaceship. How much does a spaceship cost?
Oh fuck ton of money, dude.
Yeah.
You, oh my god, dude. Spaceships, dude.
But
Those
like
Let's see.
his genius
How
plan,
much
his
does
genius
a rocket cost? How much
billions.
does a rocket cost? It costs 90 million per ride.
Yeah,
He could afford it.
billions. Yeah,
I
Like
mean,
theoretically, he could afford it. He could afford it.
but
yeah, true.
but he has like
Like
been like
Elon
really he's been
Musk
really smart.
net worth.
Hmm. He's been really smart,
Yeah,
really smart with his money.
because
Um,
he had like the SpaceX project thing going,
right?
and he's like now renting out rockets to NASA. And now we're going to rent out seats to shoot
Wow.
astronauts up to the ISS. While up till now,
Yeah.
up till now, then the U.S. have just been paying the Russians for seats on their space rockets up to the ISS.
Yeah, renting. He's renting out to the
Renting
NASA.
out.
Renting to NASA.
Yeah.
That's the equivalent of like Ubering Jeff Bezos.
Yeah. It is like, hey, you guys like want to rent my rocket for like a couple of 20.
Hey,
50
hey man, you want to rent my rocket real quick?
I mean, think about it. Think about it. As time goes on, rockets are only going to become more and more accessible to everyone, and cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. And so think about it. In a few years, like I'm not saying a few years, but like in like some time later on, you could be riding rockets everywhere, and you could be going to like different planets and everything because
That's
it
what
might
they.
be
You
cheaper.
know what? You know what the crazy thing is? They said that about like 23 years ago, and look where we are now. We're
Well,
still
It is
on the ground.
it is advancing towards there. It just takes a while. I'm also
Yeah.
like thinking that in order to go to other planets and shit, then it's not enough with the conventional fuel that they're using. You would have to have like some kind of like nuclear hybrid reactor or something to power the engine.
Right.
And we
Soon it's just gonna be able to like. I would assume they'd somehow find a way to like use the sun's energy to like power it as it goes. So then it'd just be like an endless spaceship. I mean, as
Yeah.
long as the sun doesn't just disappear, but that never will happen.
yeah
I'm sure they'll find some way to like use the sun to their advantage to keep a rocket going or something.
yeah
Oh, yeah,
I
have
think
you guys
so
seen
too.
something?
That'd be
Have you guys
cool.
seen something? You can actually live in a super. You can actually go to and you can go to a super black hole, and then you won't die if you go in it. Like you can actually survive in there. Just the fact that you can't ever come back.
Like what? Can you say that again?
You can go into a super black hole,
Yeah.
but you'll live, but you can never come back.
No, of course not, because like you've been probably like transported millions of light
Yeah,
years away.
that would
but-
be interesting. I want to know what happens when you go in one of those.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where you go, because some people say there are loopholes to like, I mean, wormholes to like
Definitely.
millions of blocks away, or I don't.
I think.
Did I just say
I
blocks?
think that
No.
if you did go through one, we wouldn't hear from you again. Like.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
that's for
Right,
sure.
yeah.
I mean, yeah. No shit, Sherlock.
Like- standing on
Yeah.
a deserted beach on a planet somewhere. Like,
Yeah.
okay, like now what? Oh man.
Imagine if you go through a black hole and you just see all the other people that have gone through there, and they're just all chilling on some planet.
Oh man. Like, I mean, like, you know, like the worst.
That
If you watch like Interstellar, where he.
Oh yeah, I watched that, dude. That fucked with my brain. So now every time like I hear something drop, I'm like, is it me calling from space?
Yeah. And like
Oh my god.
it was like heartbreaking to see that, you know,
I've actually
that
never
he's-
watched Interstellar.
Oh yeah, that was really sad when he had to eject that
Yo, hold on, hold on, hold on.
I-
Yo, hold on. I'm gonna deafen real fast because I've never seen the movie, and I don't want spoilers. All right, so just tell me when you guys are done.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Like
Yeah, but
I
it
was
was-
I was just going to say, like, the most heartbreaking moment in the movie was that when he sees his kid, and she's
Oh,
fucking,
yeah,
and
and
she's fucking
he's-
old, like 90, and he's still there,
Yeah.
like 45 and fit. Like, yo, what's
yeah,
up?
and then he said he'd be back for her fucking wedding or something, was it? I don't.
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
Like that.
Oh, dude, then that fucking scumbag ejected that girl off the plane. I mean,
Yeah.
whatever it was.
Yeah, man.
Oh god.
Yeah. Well, like, you can tell your friend we're done talking about the spoilers.
Yeah, and that wasn't too long. But yeah, dude, that was a great movie. Honestly,
Yeah.
I really enjoyed
That
it.
was very
Although
well,
it fucked me up in like multiple different ways.
very well,
It-
very well thought out, because, you know, like, you no way like you like think about all that shit like
Right,
on your own.
right.
All right, like I think like we're almost like on an hour, so I'll think we'll end it here.
Damn, we've
One
been talking
there.
for an hour.
Yeah,
Right,
53
well,
minutes.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us on again.
Yeah, no
It
problem.
has
Yeah,
man.
been
thank you.
a
We really
pleasure
appreciate it.
talking to you.
Yeah, same. And I
You know, anytime
yeah.
you would like, you could come on our podcast if you want.
Yeah, man.
We love these collaborations.
And again,
Might
we'd
come
love to
back
come
on
on this
sometime
again.
later, but
It's really a
Yeah,
fun
we'd
experience.
love to
and
come
We've
on.
had a lot of fun.
Yeah,
yeah, it's been great.
we can do this like as often as you like. No problem. And you,
Great.
man, like I gotta like thank you guys like again, because like I didn't expect it for like all the world that I'm like writing. Hey, you want to do a podcast? When I was like thinking like
course.
I was like thinking like 10,
We're down to
10,
do-
10
We're down
minutes.
to like collaboration.
And I feel like the main reason why people you haven't heard back from a lot of people
Yeah,
is because no one. That's why when I saw you asking if anyone want to come on, I immediately messaged back because I share a connection with people who share my passion. You know, I have a passion for this, right? I really want to do this, and I don't know, maybe someday I could. I don't know where I'm technically going with this, but I really have a passion for doing it, and I have a drive and a want to do this. So I feel like when I see someone who shares that with me, I respect it and I want to get to know them. It's yeah.
Oh, yeah, man, for sure. Likewise. Well, like I think it's fun, definitely fun, and
Mhm.
I think you're right that, you know, that maybe one should try and stay away from politics, because
Yeah.
discussing politics gets like toxic real fast.
It gets
Yeah.
really
Real
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah, I had one rule, and it was no politics because I feel like not talking about politics helps, you know, connect with more people because politics and then yeah, shit like politics is a very quick way to make someone hate you.
Yeah, it is.
Very
It is,
quick.
It is.
Yeah,
And
because some people take that shit really seriously. Like me personally, I
and you.
I mean, I care about it in the fact that like he is kind of the person running our country, but like I don't really give too many fucks about politics, honestly.
No, no, I agree
Yeah.
because like
Like I can still be your friend if you support someone that I don't support.
no, but I see your point because
Yeah.
like like it, even if like you're a diehard politician fan, then
hmm
then it's not going to change the politics. It's not going to change the world. You know
Right.
what I mean?
I feel like some people take it way too seriously, and
Yeah.
you just need to make sure you don't flick a switch with someone who don't press someone's buttons who you don't want to press, because those they can
Yeah.
they can get, yeah.
They can backfire. All right.
Right.
Thank you again, like for coming on, and we'll message again
Yeah, no
later,
problem.
for sure
Yeah,
about
we
like
will.
doing another one.
Yeah,
Uh,
doing a collab. Maybe next time you can come on ours.
yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. Anytime.
that'd
Anytime
be
we're open.
fun.
Anytime.
Yeah, it'd
Okay,
be
man.
fun.
Okay, definitely gonna do that. And again, thank you and
But yeah, yeah.
peace out, folks.
Thank you. It's been fun, man.
Thank you.